This topic is awesome. What are you talking about?
Oh, God. Anyways, all right.
I am Chris from Deus Ex Machina, and I'm with
Dave from Rampant Wolf Games.
We are talking about the top 5 competitive games.
Animal-themed games.
Animal-themed games.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
All right.
Oh,
Sweet. I can't math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
He ain't much for fancy book learning. Okay, so my number 5, like I said, animal-themed games. I want to specifically state that this does not necessarily mean that you're playing as animals. It just has to be focused around animals.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not saying...
Mine's a stretch for number 5, too.
Yeah. Well, no, just I was looking at... I looked online to see what other people define for animal-themed games, and I was like, well, yeah, this all falls into it. So my number 5 is Mice and Mystics. It's a game that...
But it's not competitive. It's co-op. So I'm gonna call shenanigans on that one.
I know, but screw it. I'm still putting it down. I'm still putting it down because it is cooperative, but it is such a it's story based. It's a great game for kids. I think it should be mentioned. I think when we compile our top 5 total,
I think it'll be an honorable mention.
It'll be I think it's entirely important to mention Mice and Mystics because it's a great themed game.
Yeah.
I have issues with its randomness, which makes the game more difficult than it needs to be. I think, especially for kids, I think a game like this should be easier if it's for kids. As adults, I can understand getting frustrated. But I can imagine a 8, 9-year-old going, "Why can't I win this game? Why am I losing this game, Daddy?" But I like what it does, so I'm going to say Mice and Mystics.
All right. So my number 5 or 6 is King of Tokyo. Because you're playing as monster animal.
Kaiju, I guess Kaiju's an animal.
So these are stretches. I had troubles with this one. So yeah, King of Tokyo. It is literally competitive. You're playing as a animal/monster. I'm gonna blur that line a lot.
I'll give King of Tokyo. There's a giant ape.
Yeah. So for me that's my number 5 competitive one. Not much to say about that game. It's just. Mostly just because I don't find it necessarily a great game, but
it has its place. It's popular. There's a lot of expansions.
Yeah, it has its place and it has a lot of expansions. So that's my number 5.
My number 4 is a game called Saikatsu.
No.
Saikatsu is a tile game, but it's entirely focused. All the tiles, every tile has got a bird on it, right? Mm-hmm. And the other. There's 2 types.
You better not put what I think you might have put in for number 1 because you haven't played it yet.
No, okay. I did not put Wingspan on this list because Wingspan has been. There's a handful of people who have Wingspan. Why would I put that on the list?
Fair enough.
I might revise this once that comes out, but I don't have it, so I can't. So, Saikatsu is a tile game. You're not controlling animals per se. You're not assuming animals, but every resource when you pull into this bag and you pull out a tile, it's either going to have a koi fish or it's going to have a bird. And you're trying to get them arranged on this lattice in a very specific way. I like the fact that the way the board is orientated to you is different. So you score points as the grid is orientated towards you, and then the other players will score points on how the grid is orientated to them.
Yeah, you really should try World of Smog.
I said you've mentioned this a couple times. Yeah. So Saikatsu, it's very much an abstract game. There's no point other than achieving points. I have not won the game. It's one of the games that my fiance does win at, one of the 2. And but yeah, Saikatsu, it's a beautiful game, by the way. Very Asian inspired because obviously birds and koi fish. It's very much Asian inspired. But that's my number 4 pick, Saikatsu.
I just realized that I have another one, but I think I'm gonna just. I think I would have swapped out King of Tokyo for that one. Anyways, so my number 4. Now, would you consider dragons?
No.
No.
Otherwise, I would put dragons on it. It was animal themed. I wouldn't put. Otherwise,
then I'm going to swap out my number 4 and bring in my other one, which is
He's staring into his collection.
World of Yoho is what it's called. World of Yoho. It's a
pirate game with apps. Where's the animals?
The animal. Your ship is the animal. Your ship is a whale or a dolphin or yes.
I thought it was a pirate game.
It is, but your ships are animals, and so is your captain.
Oh, okay, so it's a bit of Animorphed.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll give it to you. I don't know the game very well. It's on my wish list.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Yeah. World of Yoho.
It's a game I really want to play, actually.
It is really cool when you get the phones together on the table and then you go attack and then you see the.
And I obviously win because I have the S8 Plus.
No. So that's my number 4, World of Yoho.
My number 3 is a newer game. It's been growing in popularity. It got an expansion coming out. It's called Bunny Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Right, very much animal themed. You have little bunnies.
Yep.
And the bunnies are adorable. You put the bunnies. It's a definitive card drafting game where you're trying to establish your own kingdom and hopefully try to counter the other players. There's not a lot of pushback, and oddly enough, 2-player has more trolling in it than a 3 or 4-player game because of the way the 2-player variant is. Otherwise, it's just a drafting game, and then it's a finite map, so you're hoping that the other players don't conflict with you. It's a fun game. I like the mechanics of it. I like the dimension about it. I like the fact that you're just counting how many towers there are, and you're getting points based on the tower. It is very much a fun game. It is Bunny Kingdom. That's my number 3.
Yeah, I played that one at someone else's house. Didn't resonate with me or the wife. It was just it was an easy pass on that one. But
I got it on Black Friday, so it was a good value for its money.
Yeah.
We also played it. The first time we played it way wrong. we played it way wrong.
So my number 3 is Baron Park or Bear Park.
Oh, you've played that?
It's right.
Well, I believe you.
Yeah. No, it's a really good game.
Because you own all the games.
I know, pretty much. But yeah, no, that one is really good. It really feels like you're actually playing, in the sense of you're actually building an actual amusement park. It's just like, oh, where am I going to put this? I need to fill that toilet there. I need to make sure, So the theme works with it well. It's weird that it hasn't quite been, and the name is still Baron Park, which actually is Bear Park.
I know.
But yeah, so that's my number 3, Baron or Bear Park.
My number 2 has a human in it, but no one cares. And it's Takenoko. Takenoko.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
I say it's an animal themed game because the entire game is focused on one thing: the panda. The panda is everything about that game. There's a gardener, but no one cares about the gardener. He's a component. You get points from the gardener, but the entire game, the definition, the cover image is the panda.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's Takenoko. It's a oddly enough one of the most popular games in my circle of friends. Whenever a certain group of people get together, it's the Boston Pizza of board games. When nobody can decide what to play, you're most likely playing Takenoko. It plays at a good player count. It's easy to play. It's fun. It's abstract, and you get to move a little. And if you have the Chibi's expansion, then you got a female panda and baby pandas, and then they get cloying and adorable and annoying. But that's my number 2 pick, Takenoko. Fun game.
So
it's lightweight, but it's a fun game.
My number 2, you're going to take issue with because you're going to say it's not animals, but I'm going to fight that one, and that's Monster Slaughter. Because you have werewolves.
Keep doing that, then I'm going to swap Mice and Mystics for Dinosaur Island. I didn't put Dinosaur Island. I actually avoided Dinosaur Island because I felt animal themed. Because the moment we include dinosaurs, it opens up the floodgates. Same reason why I didn't put any dragons, because it doesn't count.
But dinosaurs are real.
You could have a top 5 dragon list, and I could actually fill that up.
But yeah, so Monster Slaughter is my number 2. You end up playing as the monsters trying to kill the kids that have gone to the cabin in the forest stupidly. From every bad horror movie. So that's my number 2, animal theme.
Yeah,
all right, let's do number 1.
Fighting that one. All right. It's the exact same last time.
Yep.
The front of the game, literally. Picks rock every time. All right, my number 1. I feel like when it comes to animal theme, this is one of the definitive games revolving around animals. And it's not Dinosaur Island, because I took that off the list.
What is it?
It is Evolution.
Fair enough.
There is not, literally, it is focused entirely around animals. Now, in defense, most of the time you're making dinosaurs, But you can make anything. You can think of anything. You can make a mammal or whatever it may be. You can make a carnivore or something that's more docile, a herbivore. The player group will depend on how hostile you are towards each other. Carnivores can be really mean. They can really drag a group down if one guy's really overly aggressive.
Yeah.
But there are ways to counteract that and you can push that player in their place. I enjoy the game heavily. I like the fact you're creating and evolving, and then you're fighting for, not really competing for food in the water pond. It's great. The art style is really nice. I haven't played a lot of the expansions because the core game just has so much richness. Yeah. But yeah, that's my number one pick. I really like Evolution.
Okay.
As also, it's not 100% scientifically accurate, but the heart of the science is there, and that is worth enough for me.
All right. My number one I picked because it's actually come up in the news lately, asking whether or not they should actually be doing it, and that is Dinosaur Island. They were real.
Oh, no, I know dinosaurs were real, but I was... oddly,
that's why I laughed when you said you weren't going to put it in there.
Fine. Because yeah, it's animal themed, but it's park themed and so forth. If we include that, then I'm putting that up. Funny is, are we talking about how good it's themed animal or how good the game is? Because then Dinosaur Island would be number one for me. But I think Evolution is one of the best animal themed games.
I'm going with best game, not necessarily. So.
Okay, all right.
And it's competitive. Because that one
is, yeah.
So, and the theme just works well for it. Again, it brings back the nostalgia of Jurassic Park and all that stuff. And for me, that's always going to have a place in my heart because I remember, watching that movie late at night and, yeah. So,
yeah, okay.
Dinosaur Island.
So that was my... I'll redo my list then. I'll still say... Mechanically, it's a more fun game than Evolution, but I'm still putting Evolution as one of the best themed games about animals. So I will redo my list and I'll say Saikatsu is 5, Bunny Kingdom is 4, Takenoko is 3, Dinosaur Island is 2, but I'll still put Evolution at 1.
All right, fair enough.
And you?
Nope, still leaving mine. So it's,
well, I'm not telling you you're changing.
So number 5 is King of Tokyo. Number 4 is World of Yoho. Number 3 is Baron Park. Number 2 is Monster Slaughter. Number 1 is Dinosaur Island.
I'll fight you on Monster Slaughter, though. All right, I've been Chris.
And I've been Dave. And remember, the rules are just a suggestion. Play the game how you want to play it.